presenting Oil and Gas Premier League. Live from Queen's Park Ground, Sparklet Spartans versus SuperTech Cricket Club. 3, 2, 1, let's play.
Welcome everyone for the first qualifier of Oil and Gas Premier League, played between Sparklet Spartans and SuperTech Cricket Club. That's the first ball of the first qualifier between Sparklet Spartan and a SuperTech Cricket Club. Sparklet Spartan have won the toss and elected to bat. That's a delivery down the leg side. That's a first extra run coming up in the form of a wide. So 2 on the board after the completion of 1 delivery. On the crease is Mr. Farooq and Ramakrishna, and the bowler Anshul Srivastava. That's a good line delivery on the offside and a wide given by the umpire here. 1 extra. So 1 more extra added to the score. So 3 on the board after the completion of 1 delivery of this over. The first over. A good line delivery again. Played and a miss straight to the keeper. There's no run here. A good comeback by the bowler. Very attacking field here. 6 on the offside and 3 on the leg. Once again, a fuller length delivery. There is an appeal, but there's nothing coming up from the umpire here. So it's once again a dot delivery. A good comeback, I would say, from the bowler, Anshul Srivastava. So it's the first qualifier of Oil and Gas Premier League, organized by Vineet. Oh, fuller length, almost a Yorker length delivery. Once again, played on a miss. Straight goes to the keeper here. There's no run. So far, no runs have been coming from the bat. So, 3 on the board. 3 for no loss. A good line delivery there, played towards the gully region. The fielder coming underneath it, picks it up and throws it back to the keeper. That's the first run coming up from the bat of Mr. Farooq. So 4 for no loss. We have short third man, we have deep gully, we have point, we have short covers. Once again, a good line delivery played towards the cover region, but the fielder coming underneath it. There's no chance for a run here. After the end of 1 over, 4 for no loss. So I would say that's a good start by the bowling team. They're saying there's no changes in the field here. There is very attacking field coming up from the bowling side. We have mid off, we have mid on. Oh, that's a quick run between the wickets here. There was a chance of a run out, but yes, there was a slight misfield, and the batsman capitalizing on it and taking a quick single. One more run added to the score. The new bowler, Norman Ronald. So after the end of 1.1 over 5 for no loss, a full length delivery there, played towards. Oh, that's a one bounce boundary. That's the first boundary coming up from the bat of Ramakrishna. So the score moves on to 9 after 1.2 overs. That was just a flick of a wrist. A great batting shot seen here. Short of a good length delivery there, played towards the point and gully region, and that's gone for a 4. Two back-to-back boundaries coming from the bat of Ramakrishna. The score moves on to 13 in 1.3 overs. That was a good batting display so far. One with a flick of a wrist towards the mid-wicket region. The second one, a late cut between the point and gully region. A full length delivery, just again a flick of a wrist. The fielder coming underneath it picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. One more run added to the score. A shot of a good length delivery here, played towards the short cover region. The fielder picks it up. There's no run. So a good comeback by the bowler, I would say, after two back-to-back boundaries. So 1.5 overs, 14. A shorter length delivery there, tried to pull it, but straight goes to the keeper, missed by the batsman. So end of 2 overs, 14 for no loss, 10 coming off the current over. So going at a run rate of 7. Ramakrishna batting on 9, facing 5 deliveries, and Farooq 2, facing 7 deliveries. Anshul Srivastava, the first bowler who had given away just 4 runs, coming back into the attack. A fuller length delivery played towards the cover, misfield by the fielder there, going towards the boundary, but the fielder just pulls it back from the boundary line. Meanwhile, the batsmen take 2 runs. So 2 runs added on the score. Once again, let me remind you, this is the first qualifier between Sparklet Spartans and SuperTech Cricket Club. Full toss delivery played towards the fielder coming underneath it. No, the ball wins the race here, and that's a boundary at the cow corner region. Well played, well placed as well between the two fielders here. Ramakrishna coming into the party here. The third boundary from his bat so far. 15 coming off his bat of just 7 deliveries. A full toss once again. Played on the offside. The fielder cuts it off. Unlucky for the batsman here. It was a juicy full toss. So could not capitalize onto it, and there's no run here. Uh, Fuller length delivery. The ball was in air for a bit. There was a chance of a wicket, but falling just short of the point fielder there. So no run added. A good comeback by the bowler again. So after the end of 2.4, 20 on the board. A good line delivery once again. Played over the mid off fielder. That's gone for a six. Wow, what a shot there. Pure timing coming up from the bat of Ramakrishna. That's the first maximum coming off this inning. 26 on the board. They have got the fielder now at a long off. Down the leg side here, a wide given by the umpire. That's one more extra run added to the score. With this wide, the score moves on to 27. Again, a fuller length delivery played towards the covers region. Misfield by the fielder there, and that's gone for a four. That's the second boundary, one maximum and a boundary coming out of this over. Beg your pardon, there was two boundaries and a maximum coming off this over. So end of over number three, the score moves on to 31, going at a run rate of 10.33, and to the party, Mr. Ramakrishna. 25 of just 11 deliveries, 4 boundaries, and 1 maximum. There's been a change in the field here. The mid off fielder, the long off fielder coming in, and the mid wicket fielder goes to the deep mid wicket. Good line delivery there, played towards the mid off area. The fielder picks it up. There's no run added to the score here. Uh, the bowler Norman Ronald coming up for his second over. Again, fuller length delivery here. Played on a miss and goes straight to the keeper. Farouk playing on two, facing 9 deliveries. They still have very attacking field set here. 6 fielder onto the offside, 3 fielder on the leg side. A shorter length delivery, pulled it towards the square leg area. That's the first boundary coming up from the bat of Farouk. That was a great shot coming from the bat of Farouk. Picked the ball quite early. It was a shorter delivery onto his body, picked it up nicely, played towards the square leg area. Good length delivery there, moved away and wanted to play it on the offside, missed it completely, straight goes to the keeper. No run added there. So 3.4 overs, 35 on the board. Oh, onto the leg. Wanted to just flick it, but missed it completely onto the pad here. There was a slight appeal, but denied by the umpire. There's no run there. A good comeback by the bowler. Just 4 runs of this over so far. A good line delivery there. Lofted shot over the long on fielder. Gone for a boundary. Just one bounce inside the rope. That's a 4. That's 2 boundaries coming off this over. The score taking to 39 after the end of 4 overs. So the current run rate is 9.75. So the Anshul comes back into attack, and there's a change of field. As per his bowling, he takes the long off fielder and the mid wicket fielder, deep mid wicket fielder coming in. A good line delivery on the off, played and a miss here. Straight goes to the keeper. That's a good bowling by Anshul. Bowling to his strength with 6 fielders on the offside. He knows he can't make a mistake here. He can't go onto the leg side. Could be costly. Once again, played a good line delivery here. Just nudged it towards the point and gully region. 1 run taken by the batsman. I would say there is a lot of confidence with the bowler and the captain here showing with a field on the offside. Onto the pads here, try to play it, just a flick, but miss it. A leg bye given by the umpire here. So one more run added to the score in the form of an extra. So 4.3 overs, 41 on the board. A good delivery here. It was an offside delivery, but just played it towards the third man. A fuller land, almost a lower full toss here, played towards the cover region. No run there. There's a fielder coming underneath it, picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. Anshul with his last delivery of the third over. A good line delivery again, played towards the cover region. The fielder coming underneath it. There's no chance for a run here. So end of over number 5 and over number 3 for Anshul. This was a good over coming up with just 4 runs. So end of 5 overs, 43 for no loss. Going at a run rate of 8.6. We have a new bowler, Adilur Rahman, playing his 19th match and 9 wickets under his kitty. Very economical with just 6. A good line delivery there. Wanted to play it uppishly, but go straight to the key, straight to the fielder on to the short covers. No run there. Once again, played onto the offside, piercing the fielders, going towards the boundary. Yes, that's a boundary here. The first boundary in this over. And coming from the bat of Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna dealing in boundaries. 31 of just 16 deliveries with 5 boundaries and 1 maximum. A shorter of a good line delivery here. The fielder coming up, a slight misfield by the time the mid-on fielder picks it up. The batsman takes a single here. Once again, down the leg side, and that's a wide given by the umpire. That's an extra run added to the total. And with this, the score moves on to 49. Farouk on strike, and Adilur Rahman ready for his next delivery. A shot of a good line delivery played towards the mid-on fielder, picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. Meanwhile, they take a single, and with this single, the team score goes on to 50 in 5.4 overs. Once again, a good line delivery played towards the mid-on fielder, but it was a quick delivery, quick towards the fielder. No chance of a run here. A good shot, but with no runs. Once again, a good line delivery played on the offside. Short cover person picks it up, but there's a quick running between the wicket and one more run added to the score. That's a good score so far, going at a run rate of over 8. So end of 6 overs, 51 for the loss of no wicket here. So the new bowler Ansar Ahmed Abbasi. So after 6, 51, now the field restriction has been taken off. So we can have 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. A shorter length delivery played towards the deep point region just for a single year. A leggy. A full toss, lower full toss delivery, missed on it completely. Played straight to the fielder. No run here. A short delivery here, played again upishly towards the point region. The fielder coming underneath it picks it up and throws it back to the keeper. Meanwhile, they take a single. So one more run added to the score. That's a full toss once again. Played towards the cow corner. The long on fielder coming underneath it picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. One more run added to the score. A good full length delivery straight to the fielder coming underneath it, and that's a drop catch. That's the first chance missed here. Could that be a costly chance? We have to wait and watch. The fielder coming comfortably underneath the ball, but unfortunately could not grab it. So that's the first chance goes begging. Farouk A gets his first chance. So end of 6.5 overs, 55 on the board. A full length delivery played straight like an arrow. The fielder trying to cut it off, but unfortunately misses it. And that's a boundary coming up of the last delivery of Ansar's over. So the score 59 after the end of 7 overs. Sparklet Spartans, who opted to bat first, they're going at a run rate of 8.43. That's a decent run rate. The best part is still they have all the wickets in hand. The new bowler, a full and delivery played towards the long on fielder. The fielder coming underneath it, but it's a huge six here. That's the second six coming up from the bat of Ramakrishna. I beg your pardon. That's the first maximum coming from the bat of Farouk. Once again, played it towards the long on. The fielder coming underneath it with it. No, it's a huge six again. The second maximum of the over. Two back-to-back maximums coming from the bat of Farouk. Now he is coming into the party here. He says to Ramakrishna, if you can, I can. A full toss delivery. Tries to play it onto the leg side, takes an inside edge, going to the fine leg boundary. The fielder running and cuts it off, throws it back to the keeper. Oh, it's an bye given by the umpire. A good line delivery played upishly. The fielder coming underneath it picks it up and throws it back to the keeper. A good throw there, straight to the stumps. There was a chance of an overthrow, but a good backup there. So there's just a single run added to the score. So 7.4 overs, 73 after two maximums coming off this over. A good comeback by the bowler. Two singles here, one in the form of a bye and one from a bat. Lower full toss towards, oh, just falling short of the short cover fielder. Meanwhile, the batsman takes a single. 7.5, 74 at a run rate of 9.45. Again, a full toss, lower full toss, straight to the bowler. The batsman would definitely think that he has missed up on an opportunity here. It was a juicy full toss. So that's the end of over number 8. Score 74. And current run rate is 9.25 with the bulk of scoring done by Ramakrishna, 40 of just 24 deliveries. And Farouk with 2 maximum in the last over has come to 26 of 24 deliveries. There's a change of field here. Deep mid wicket, we have long on, we have deep square leg, we have short third man, we have gully. A leggy here, played towards the cow corner region. The fielder coming underneath it, picks it up, cuts it through. A good fielding there. At least 15 meters. He had covered the distance, cut the ball, and at least saved 2 to 3 runs. Short of a good line delivery, played on the offside. The fielder cuts it through. That's an easy single. So the batsman here now watching the ball closely, trying to find the odd delivery, which is a loser one. Try to play it onto the offside, takes an outside edge, going towards the third man boundary. That's a boundary coming off an edge. So the score moves on to 80 after 8.3 overs. Slowly but steadily, the run rate definitely creeping up, going at 9.41. A good, decent start here. A shot of a good line delivery, played towards the cow corner region. That's a maximum coming from the bat of Farouk. That was a handsome hit here. Watching the ball closely, moving away from the stump, giving a room and takes it on to the boundary. Next ball playing onto the long off region. The score moves on to 87. Again on the offside, played it handsomely. The fielder coming underneath it cuts it off. Meanwhile, one more run added to the score. And with this score, the score moves on to 88. 9 overs, 88 with a run rate of 9.78. And the good part for Team Sparklet Spartan, they haven't lost any wickets so far. So now they can change the gears. They can go all guns blazing. A good line delivery there, played uppishly. The fielder coming underneath it, and that's the first wicket under the name of Ramakrishna. Anshul, the fielder there, he went and takes the catch very comfortably. That's the first wicket, 88 for the loss of one wicket. And the new bowler, Raj Mohan, on his first delivery, taking the wicket. Raj Mohan has played 24 matches so far with 25 wickets under his belt. And now the first wicket and the first delivery of his first over. So 9.188 for the loss of one wicket. With this run rate, the projected score is 192. But I'm sure Sparklet Spartans, with 9 wickets still in the hand, they would eye to cross at least 200. And now, after three maximums coming from the bat of Farouk, he would eye to go big from here now. The new batsman, Vinay Malik. Vinay Malik has played 328 matches and 4,480 runs under his belt. A good line delivery there. Tried to play out on the onside, missed it completely. The ball didn't bounce that much and straight goes to the keeper. So, no run here. A short length there. Again, what a beautiful catch here by Sam Anshul. Amazing display of fielding. A diving catch onto his right side. And that's a wicket number 2 for Raj Mohan. Quickly, the tables have turned here. 88 for 2. Two quick wickets. And Vinay Malik goes without disturbing the score. 0 in 2 deliveries here. Rajmohan having a dream spell so far. In his first over, 3 deliveries, no run, and 2 wickets. What a comeback. What a comeback here by Team SuperTech Cricket Club. At the end of 9 overs, they were 88 for no loss. Currently, they are 88 for 2. 2 quick wickets. This could change the course of the game here. And the new batsman, Imran Sheikh, he has played 91 matches and 1,558 runs under his belt so far. So he would be facing the fourth delivery of the 10th over. And Raj Mohan fancy the chances of taking one more wicket here. A good line delivery. The batsman played it nicely towards the offside region. One run here. And that's the first run coming up from the over of Raj Mohan. And with this run, Imran Sheikh opens his account. And the strike has been rotated to Farouk, who has been here from the start. A short line delivery here, again played onto the offside, going towards the long off region. The fielder cuts it off, throws it back to the bowler. One more run added to the score. The score 90 for 2. A short ball onto the offside, played towards the point region. There's a fielder there, cuts it off, and that's a brilliant over coming to an end from Raj Mohan. 1 over, 2 runs, and 2 wickets. So with this, they complete the half of this inning. 10 overs, 90 for the loss of 2. Still a decent high score so far. But with the 2 quick wickets, will the team control the score here? It's just wait and watch. And there's a side change. Played onto the offside here. The first ball from the other end. That's gone straight to the fielder of long off, who had to run quite a bit and picked it up and throws it back to the bowler. 1 run added to the score. And the new bowler is Ansar. There's a slight announcement. You can see all the action on AS Live YouTube channel. Experience the live moments. Short line delivery there. Played straight to the fielder. And that's a catch. And that's a wicket number 3. And that is how Farouk will go back to his pavilion. Misses his half century here. 46 of just 32 deliveries with 3 boundaries and 4 maximums. So, Team SuperTech Cricket Club taking 3 back-to-back wickets here. And the new batsman Deepak Kumar. That's a good shot towards the point region. The deep point fielder picks it up, cuts it through, and throws it back to the keeper. So 1 run here. So Raj Mohan comes into attack. Team definitely would have a high hopes on Raj Mohan. Would want at least a 1 or 2 wickets. And if they get 1 or 2 wickets in this over, they would definitely control this match. So Deepak Kumar to face his first delivery. There is change of end for this bowler. Will he get the same result? Short line delivery here, a shot of a good line delivery. Again, the batsman played it towards the offside point region. The fielder picks it up and throws it back to the keeper. 1 more run, the 3 singles. Once again, played it towards the gully region here. The fielder coming in, and they wanted a quick single. There is a chance of a run out. They have gone upstairs here, and there's the third umpire's decision pending. They would go for a review. That's definitely a close call. A good pickup by the fielder. Throw straight to the keeper. There was no chance for a run. A good decision by the non-striker to send the batsman back. But we have to wait and watch whether he has made the ground or no. The decision is still pending. The third umpire looking at it closely. And that's a wicket here. Wicket number 4. That's out, given by the third umpire. As I said, there was no chance of a run here. A good decision by the non-striker, but by the time the batsman could turn and come back, it was game over. So the wicket number 4, though it was in the form of a run out, yes, Raj Mohan is on the bowling end. As long as he's bowling, the wickets are tumbling. In last 2.5, 2.3 overs, we have 4 wickets. So a good comeback back by the bowling team, SuperTech Cricket Club. Ready with his fifth delivery of this over. A fuller length delivery. It's just missed the stumps here. It could have been the third wicket for Raj Mohan. Completely missed by the batsman here, and a good bowling display by Raj Mohan so far. A good run delivery again onto his pads, played it onto the leg side. The fielder coming underneath it picks it up, and one more run added to the score. So, end of 12 overs. The score 102 for the loss of 4 wickets. Raj Mohan 2 overs, just 6 runs and 2 wickets. So Ansar Ahmed Abbasi coming into attack, bowling his last over of his quota. So far he has given away 30 runs and taken 1 wicket. A shorter line delivery here. Try to play it on the onside, but takes an edge onto the off. Just a single here. That's a good bowling here, giving a flight, inviting the batsman to play a big shot, but deceiving on through the air. Again, short of a good line delivery here, played it towards the point region. The fielder, what a good throw here, straight to the keeper, but they quickly take a single. So one more run added to the score. Ah, juicy, loopy delivery here, inviting the batsman. They want them to hit and make a mistake. Onto his pad, flicked it away. The fielder coming underneath it picks it up and throws it back to the keeper. One more run added to the score. They are quickly going on with the runs here, overs here. So end of 12.4, 105 for 4. A lower full toss, playing to a short mid-wicket fielder. The fielder picks it up and throws. There is no chance of a run here. That's a single down the long on region. So end of 13 overs, 106 for 4. The run rate have gone down a bit. They were going almost at a 10 by 9 overs, but after 13 overs they have come down to 8.15. That's the beauty of this game. Couple of quick wickets can change the course of the game here. And here we have seen 4 quick wickets, and the score, the run rate have dropped down drastically. The team, SuperTech Cricket Club, fancier to restrict the opposite team below 160, 170 max. So let's see. Ooh, that's an edge here. Straight to the deep third man fielder. Just a single here. The Rajmohan coming into attack with his third over. That's a played and a miss here. Wanted to play towards the offside. That's straight goes to the keeper. So Rajmohan, the hero so far of this inning with the ball. Oh, that's played very nicely onto the square leg area. That's the boundary, rare boundary coming up after a couple of overs here. And rare boundary for Raj Mohan, the first boundary coming up from his bowling. So 2.3 overs he has bowled so far, giving away 11 runs and taking 2 wickets, 2 crucial wickets. The team on Nelson now, 1-1-1 for 4. A shorter length delivery there onto the offside and wide given by the umpire. So one extra adding to the score. That's a rare wide delivery coming up from the bowling of Raj Mohan. So far he was very good in his line and length. Edge and going straight to the third man. Fielder picks it up and throws it back. Just a single here. Wanted to play onto the onside. Takes an outside edge straight down the ground. So 1 run added to the score. Once again, a shot of a good length delivery. Oh, there's a small misfield by the fielder at the point region. So 1 run given, and there's 1 run added to the score. So 13.5 overs, 114 for 4. A good length delivery there, played on to the onside mid-wicket region. The fielder already there, picks it up and throws it back. Meanwhile, they take a single here. With this single, the team score moves on to 115 for the loss of 4 wicket, and Rajmohan completes his 3 overs with 15 runs and 2 wickets. The last 6 overs remaining of this inning. And the new bowler, Bruno, who has played 43 matches and have 40 wickets under his belt. He is a right arm medium fast bowler. And the best bowler of the tournament so far. Oh, that's almost a Yorker length delivery here. So straight goes to the fine leg area. The fielder running at least 20 meters, picking it up and throws it back to the keeper. 1 run added to the score. Once again, a Yorker delivery here, played towards the cover region. The fielder is already there. He picks it up There's no run added here. So two balls, both the balls almost a Yorker delivery. A good length delivery here, a shot of a good length played towards the mid-on area. By the time fielder goes and picks it up, they take a quick single. So after the single, the score 117 for 4. So Bruno ready for his fourth delivery on his mark here. Crossing the umpire. Again, almost a Yorker length delivery straight towards the long off fielder. The fielder cuts it off and throws it back to the bowler. Meanwhile, the batsmen take a single. With this single, the score moves on to 119. So the last delivery of this over, crossing the umpire. Again, a fuller length delivery, missed the Yorker by a whisker, straight played towards the long off area. The fielder picks it up and throws it back. And there was another single. So there are 5 singles coming off this over. And end of over number 15, 120 for 4. Going at a run rate of 8. And a projected score with this run rate would be 160. So Raj Mohan coming back into the attack with his last over of his quota. They fancy a magic spell here. If he takes a couple of more wickets, he would definitely be the runner for the man of the match. Hamid playing on 12, Imran Sheikh playing on 10. Oh, that's a wayward delivery going down the leg side. That's an extra adding up to the score here. Raj Mohan bowling the first delivery of his last over. A good end delivery straight to the fielder. No, that's a one bounce. The fielder picks it up and throws it back. There could have been a chance of a run out here, but no. Bounce just in front of the fielder. And just because of a good running between the wicket, they saved a run out here. So 1 run added to the score. A good line delivery played towards the gully region. The fielder is already guarding that area. Picks it up, throws it back. There's no run here. There's no chance of a run. So a dot delivery. A shot of a good line delivery straight to the short cover. There's a fielder already guarding that area. There's no run here. They're not allowing any easy runs coming up from the bat of the team Sparklet Spartans. A short ball, tried to play it on the offside, played on a miss straight to the keeper. That was a surprise delivery. I'm sure the batsman was not waiting for such a delivery. He was waiting for a fuller length, but it was a short delivery and missed it completely. Again, a shorter length delivery here, but onto the leg side. Played it toward the square leg area. The fielder running behind the ball, cuts it off. Meanwhile, the batsmen take 2 runs. So, end of 16 overs, 124 for 4. Bruno comes into the attack for his second delivery. So Raj Mohan has completed his quota of 4 overs, giving away 19 runs, taking 2 wickets, 2 crucial wickets, I would say. A lower full toss delivery. Have to see, was there an edge? No, there's a bye given by the umpire. Oh, there would be a overthrow here. Yes. With this overthrow, they take 2 runs and bye signal by the umpire. There was a lower full toss. Batsman wanted to hit it over the cover but missed it completely. So 2 extra runs added. The score 126 for the loss of 4 wickets. A good length again. There's an edge straight going toward the third man region. The fielder picks it up and throws it back to the keeper. 1 run added here. So Imran Sheikh batting on 12, facing 18 deliveries, and Hamid 14 of 15 deliveries with 1 boundary. So the boundaries. Again, a lower full toss played towards the long off area. The fielder cuts it through, throws it back to the bowler. Singles won't hurt the bowling team. The boundaries have gone scarce now. There's no boundaries coming. A full toss delivery onto his leg side. It was a juicy full toss. Could have capitalized on it, but unfortunate. Just plays it onto the square leg area just for 2 runs. There was a too quick. And there's a short run given by the umpire. There's a short run. So just 1 run being added to the total. A good line delivery here, played towards the long on area. There is a man guarding that area. By the time he picks it up and throws it back to the bowler, there is 1 single added. So the score 130. Oh, that's a great shot coming up from the long off fielder. picked it up from the long off fielder, throws it back to the bowler, and that's the end of over number 17. And the score 131 for the loss of 4 wicket, going at a run rate of 7.71. With the kind of start the team Sparklet Spartan had seen, they were looking for at least 200 on the board. But with 17 overs completion and just 131 runs, they would look for at least 160 to 170, and they would say this could be a fighting total. But for that, in this next 3 overs, they need to change the gears, they need to hit some maximums. They would want to hit as many maximums as possible. And there's a slight change in field. There is a short fine leg. There's a third man, deep third man. There's a point. There's a covers. There is a long off. There's a long on. A short mid wicket fielder. And yeah. So Noman comes into attack, bowling his third over. A good line delivery played towards the mid-wicket region. There's a fielder there, could not cut it off, and that's the boundary coming up from the bat of Imran. So with this boundary, the score moves on to 135. They need such boundaries, at least 2 to 3 every over if they want to go to at least 160, 170. A slower delivery here. That's a deceiving delivery. Played it towards the long off area. It was played uppishly, but the ball falling in no man's land straight towards the long off. There's one more run added to the score. Played and a miss here. Straight goes to the keeper. There is no run. So end of 17.3, 136 for 4. Again, a shot of a good line delivery up in the air. The fielder trying to cut it off, but could not get the ball. And meanwhile, the batsman takes a double. So 2 runs added to the score. The score 138 for 4. Last 2 deliveries of this over. And so far, 7 runs. Again, a slower delivery played towards the cover engine. The fielder picks it up. Meanwhile, there's a quick single taken there. So 8 runs in this over so far. They would need at least a maximum or a boundary. A shorter line delivery wavered outside offside, and the umpire has given it a wide. And one more run added in the score in the form of extra. So with this, the score moves on to 140. 9 runs so far of this over. That's a beautiful shot. Straight like an arrow. And that's a maximum. That's the maximum coming up from the bat of Imran Sheikh. And that's a good over so far. So of this over, it was 15 runs adding to the total. So right now the score 146 for 4 in 18 overs. The last 2 overs remaining. So the Bruno comes back into the attack with his third over. That's a good delivery, Yorker length delivery. Played it well by the batsman, straight to the long off area. The By the time the fielder picks it up, the batsman takes a quick single here. So Bruno on his mark here. A good long stride, clean run up, crossing the umpire. And again a Yorker length delivery here. It was a fuller length delivery, I would say. The batsman played it on towards the offside. Yes, that's a single. One more run added to the score. Team SuperTech Cricket Club wouldn't mind singles in this part of the game. Played it towards the covers. There's a fielder there, but a slight misfield, and the batsman capitalizes on it and takes a single here. So one more run added to the score. So three singles coming up from this over. A lower full toss. The fielder cuts it through. There's a single added again. There is no boundaries being given so far, and Bruno so far hasn't conceded any boundaries of his overs. Again, a fuller length delivery, played and a miss, and straight goes to the keeper. There's no run added here. That's a good over for the bowling team. Just 4 runs in this over, and the score 150 for 4. The last 7 deliveries, 7 legal deliveries coming up for this inning. Good line delivery. There is an appeal, and yes, that's given out by the umpire. That's a wicket for Bruno in his last delivery here. So 3 overs, 14 runs, and 1 wicket for Bruno. And end of over number 19, 150 for 5. That's the last over of this inning coming up. We have to wait and watch how many more runs can be added into the score here. And here, the Anshul Srivastava comes back into attack. The last over of his quota. Shot of a good length straight to the fielder. The fielder misjudging it completely, could not come in time, and that ball goes for a boundary. That's a rare miss here. The fielder could not judge the ball, and that's costing him 4 runs. The first ball of the last over goes for a boundary, and Imran Sheikh moves on to 31. On offside here, the batsman tries to play, misses it completely. There is no signal by the umpire. It's a dot delivery here. So 2 deliveries of the last over, 4 runs conceded. Played it on to the cow corner region. That's the second boundary of this over. Much needed boundary, I would say. 2 boundaries of this over in the 3 deliveries ball by Anshul. This way the score moves on to 158. Last 3 deliveries. And we need to see how many more runs can be added on the score. Once again, played it onto the offside. The fielder coming underneath it. The ball falling on the no man's land. There is a misfield. There is an overthrow. We can see everything coming up here, and that's the 3 runs added. And that's by the time it's thrown back to the keeper, the 4th run has been taken, but no, that's out. But 3 runs have been taken in this ball. We could see some errors coming up from the fielders. The fielder throwing to the other fielder doesn't seeing it, misses the ball, and there's 3 runs taken in this delivery. And meanwhile, Imran Sheikh has to go back. He played a decent knock here, 38 of just 29 deliveries. The score 19.4 overs, 161. And in the last 4 deliveries, 11 runs have been scored. The last 2 deliveries, and the new batsman Rajan Chauhan. Swing and a miss here. No, he takes an inside edge, goes towards the fine leg, and meanwhile takes a single. There is 1 more run added to the score, 162. The last legal delivery on its way. Anshul Srivastava. A good ball, straight plates towards the long on area. Is it a 4? Is it 6? It's a boundary here and a boundary to end this inning. That's a good over for team Sparklet Spartan. 166 for 6 in 20 overs, and they have given a target of 167 to team SuperTech Cricket Club, and Anshul Srivastava ending his 4 over quota, giving away 40 runs and no wicket. Welcome back for the second inning of the first qualifier between Sparklet, Sparklet Spartans and SuperTech Cricket Club. Sparklet Spartan batting first have scored 166 and SuperTech's Cricket Club requires 167 in their allotted 20 overs. And here is the start of the second innings. A slower delivery, good line delivery there. Goes straight to the keeper. The batsman tried to push it towards the covers region, missed it completely, and the first delivery is a dot delivery here by Inam Wazir, the bowler, and on strike Ansar Ahmed. Once again played it onto the leg side, flicked it up, going towards the boundary. The fielder coming up and cutting it through, throws it back to the keeper. That's a 2-run added. That's the first 2 runs coming up from the bat of Sar Ahmed Abbasi. With him on the non-striker end is Sandeep Pokrial. Beg your pardon, Sudeep Pokrial. That's a good delivery here. Played it towards the gully region. The fielder manning that area. There's no run there. So the score still remains at 2. Ansar batting on 2. Again, just nudged it slowly towards the point region. By the time the fielder picks it up, they take a quick single. That's a good running between the wicket here. Just a single here added to the score. So 3 is the score after the first 4 deliveries of the first over. Sudeep Pokrial to face his first delivery. Inam Wazir bowling his first over. A good bowling display so far. Good line and length. A mix of slower and a medium pace. Once again onto his pads, played towards the long on region. The fielder coming underneath it picks it up and throws it back. It's a quite similar field from the first inning and the second inning here during the power play. 6 fielders onto the offside and 3 fielders onto the leg. We have long on and long off. A very slow delivery here. Played little uppishly towards the long on area. The fielder doesn't make any mistake, picks it up, throws it back to the bowler. And that's the end of 1 over. It's just 5 on the board. A slow and cautious start by the batsmen here. They want to see. That's not a big score that they are chasing when it comes to 2020. We had seen a great start from Team Spartan, but in the middle there was few wickets which went quickly, and that's the reason why the score stayed at 166. At one point they were eyeing more than 200 runs. The new bowler Parminder wanted to play onto the onside, but takes an outside edge, goes towards the towards the point region, but no run there because there is a fielder. A full length delivery played towards the long off area, picked it up by the fielder. There's no mistake there. There's just a single. A unique bowling style coming up from the bowler here. Seems like a left armer, but by the time he releases the ball, he is bowling around the wicket. A full toss delivery on his pads, plays it towards the mid wicket, the short mid wicket region. The fielder picks it up and throws it back. There's no run here. A shorter length delivery and played it towards the point region. The fielder picks it up, throws it back. There was not a clean collection from the keeper, but there's a good backup. Meanwhile, they take a single here. So a good start for the bowler Parminder in his first 4 deliveries, giving away just 2 runs. So 7 on the board at 1.4 overs. Fuller length delivery, played it uppishly straight towards the long on region. Couple of bounds straight to the fielder. The fielder picks it up, throws it back. One more run added to the score. Power play, singles definitely won't hurt. Just a flick onto the leg side, and that's the first boundary coming up from the bat of Ansar. That with this boundary, the score moves on to 12. A very good over before the last delivery from Parminder, but at the last ball, conceding 4 runs, giving away 7 runs in his over. Still, the required run rate is 8.61, and the current run rate is under the check. Not giving away easy runs here so far by Sparklet Spartans. Need to see who would be doing the third over. Shorter length delivery, slower delivery on the offside, but the batsman wanted to play it on the leg side, seeing that there is only 3 fielders, and if he could pierce any of the fielder, there would be a boundary, but the ball was very deceptive, and the ball went straight to the fielder without any run here. So Inam Wazir coming into his second over. Again a slower delivery, a shot of a good length, played up pitchly towards the long on region, just a bounce straight to the fielder. 1 run added to the score. Very attacking field here, majority on the offside. Very interesting to see. A slower delivery, but onto the offside and wide given by the umpire. One thing what we have noticed in the first inning and even in the second inning, they do not have a fine leg fielder. So this shows there's a lot of confidence on the bowler where they target only the offside. Once again, a slower delivery, missed, and that's the wicket number one in the form of Sudeep. What a deceptive delivery that was. Wanted to play on the offside, missed it completely, and that's the saying goes, you miss, I hit. So 2.3 overs, 14 for 1, and Inam Wazir getting his first wicket in his third delivery of his second over. That's a good start for team Spartans, Sparklet Spartans with bowling here. They have got the opening batsman not doing much of the scoring here, just scoring 6 runs. The new batsman Irfan playing his 12th match, 133 runs in his belt. Very interesting to see if we could make some use of the batting here. And a left arm batsman. It's always seen that the left arm and right arm combination making a lot of problem to the bowling side where they have to change the fielding as per the batting style. Coming around the wicket, going down the track here, a slower delivery once again. That is what I was saying. Left arm, right arm batsman, everything has to be planned, everything has to be adjusted. It becomes very difficult most of the times. A good line and length is required when you're bowling. Again, a slower, short of a length delivery onto the pads, just nudged it towards the fine leg region for a boundary. That's a good start for Irfan. The first delivery, legal delivery faced, just nudged it towards the fine leg region for a boundary. The score moves on to 19 for 1 in 2.4 overs. A slower delivery, fuller good length delivery here, played it towards the mid-off region. The long-off fielder coming, running towards the mid-off, picked it up and throws it back to the bowler. 1 run added. That is exactly what I was saying here. Left arm, right arm combination. The fielder needs to move. They have to adjust the line and length. They have to adjust the fielders. And the bowler coming now over the wicket. A very slow delivery, fuller length. The batsman wanted to hit it, but at the last moment, changing his mind, plays it straight to the bowler. No run there. So, end of 3 overs, 20 for 1, going at a run rate of 6.67 and the required run rate of 8.65. Parminder. That's a good ball. A fuller length delivery. Plays on. That's a quick single taken here. There was a chance of a run out, but a good running between the wickets shown by the batsman. With this, they take a quick single. And Irfan moves quickly to six in the three deliveries faced with one boundary. Ansar Abbasi batting on seven with 11 deliveries. Parminder around the wicket, crossing the umpire. A full end delivery here, played it up pastely. The fielder coming underneath it and takes a catch here. That's the second wicket gone. That's a simple, easy catch at mid off. So the Parminder coming into the party, taking the second wicket. Both the bowlers here taking one wicket each, and both the batsmen opening pair gone out. Not doing much of a scoring here, and the score 21 for 2 in 3.2 overs. I would say it's a great start for the bowling. While they are defending 166, they know the importance of this game. They know that they have to control the runs. They know where to keep the fielders. They are aware of the score. And to be honest, they know the opponent team very well. Right now, what I can see, they are playing as per their strengths. Long on, long off, the only two outside fielder. We have shot third man, we have gully, we have point, we have covers, we have long off, we have long on, we have mid wicket and short square leg. That's a shot of a good length delivery played towards the fielder. The non-striker batsman wanted to take a single but denied by the striker here. And the new batsman is Norman. Good bowling by Parminder. Good length delivery there, played straight to the bowler. No run. A good comeback after the first delivery. Just a single here and then one wicket and two dot. Once again, a good length delivery played back to the bowler. Good bowling here. Noman playing sensibly. He want to see the ball first. Want to understand how the ball is behaving. He knows the target. A shot of a good length delivery on the offside. The umpire gives it as a dot ball, and that's an over. What an over coming into an end. Just a single and a wicket here. Parminder 2 overs, 8 run, 1 wicket. After the end of 4 overs, 21 for the loss of 2. Going at a run rate of 5.25 and the required run rate slowly creeping up. 9.13. Inam Wazir on his third over. The first ball, a dot delivery here. Coming around the wicket, again a slower delivery. Deceived. Just played it uppishly towards the mid-off area. But for his good luck, that is a long off. Before the fielder coming and picking up the ball, they take a single. With this single, the score moves on to 22 for the loss of 2 wickets. plays it up, up, up. It's high in the air. The two fielders coming underneath it and takes a catch here. Seemed very simple, but I must say it's it's high in the air, not easy to judge, and that's a catch taken cleanly. And the wicket number 3 goes in the name of Noman. Noman without scoring, not hurting the scorer. I would also like to say that you can see all the action on AS Live YouTube channel. Experience the live moment. Each and every ball, you can watch it live in this YouTube channel, AS Live YouTube channel. Like and share and subscribe for more updates. What a bowling display so far. 22 for 3. Not a start SuperTech Cricket Club would want it. An anchor of an inning required from the batsmen here, Anshul and Irfan. Once again, a slower delivery, and the batsman pushes it towards the long off area. By the time the fielder picks it up, throws it back, the batsmen have taken 2 runs, 2 quick runs here, and that is how the score moves to 24. And Anshul opened his account with the double in his first delivery faced. Once again, a slower delivery, takes an outside edge, goes towards the gully region, but the batsmen were quick between the wickets and take a single here. And with this single, Anshul moves on to 3. And that's the last delivery coming up to Irfan, a left-handed batsman. Inam Wazir on his third over, the last delivery around the wicket, on his mark, crossing the umpire. A shorter line delivery onto this leg side, but a wide given by the umpire. So one more extra run added to the score. Inam Wazir on his third over, last delivery, giving away just 18 runs, 2 wickets under his belt. A slower delivery again, a fuller length onto his pads, but the batsman nudges it towards the cover region just for a single. So end of 5 overs, 27 for 3. The required run rate slowly but steadily creeping up, going up to 9.33. Parminder to ball his third over. Both the opening bowlers bowling in the power play area. A good line delivery played on to the leg side towards the mid-wicket region. The ball running towards the boundary here, and that's a boundary coming from the bat of Irfan. That was a good huge swing. Connected it just over the fielder's head and gone for a boundary. 5.1 overs, 31 for the loss of 3 wickets. If Team SuperTech Cricket Club fancy a win here, they need to score some big runs in this over, the last over of power play. They have Ooh, that's an taken an outside edge, gone towards the third man region. The fielder picks it up and throws to the keeper. 1 run added to the score. Paminda on his third delivery of his third over. A good line delivery onto this pad. Appeal for a LBW, but denied by the umpire. Leg before given. Just 1 run added to the score in the form of an extra. Parminder to ball his fourth delivery, coming around the wicket on his mark. Crossing the umpire here. A fuller length delivery played towards the mid-off region. The fielder already manning that area. Picks it up and throws to the bowler. There's no chance of a single here. Score still remains at 33 for 3. It's a wide given by the umpire. 1 more run extra added to the score. Good length, fuller length delivery played towards the mid-wicket region. The fielder was much inside the boundary. Before he could cut it off, the ball wins the race, and that's gone for a 4. The second boundary of the over, the second boundary by Irfan of this over, and the score 38 for 3. The last over of the power play, and rightly they are capitalizing on it. Once again, tried to play it onto the offside, misses it completely straight to the keeper. No run there. So end of 6 overs, end of the power play, 38 for 3. And in the last over, there were 11 runs added. Team SuperTech Cricket Club going at a run rate of 6.33 and a required run rate of 9.21. It would be definitely interesting to see how it goes after the power play. What would be the field restriction? What will be the field placement for a left arm, right arm combination? Anshul take the strike. So Inam Wazir comes into attack. He is completing his 4 overs quota at a stretch. Slow delivery, straight plate towards the long off area, picks it up. It's very interesting to see just 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. A very attacking field for Anshul. They know they have to contain here. And for Irfan, they have 5 fielders now outside the 30-yard circle. They have deep square leg, they have deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep covers. Plays it towards the offside. By the time fielder picks it up, there is a single taken. So 2 singles in the 2 deliveries ball by in this over. This shows the confidence that they have in the bowler. This shows the confidence by the captain. Only 3 fielders outside the 30-yard. Slower delivery played onto the offside, but quick between the wickets here. Just a single here. Inam Wazir bowling his 4th over at a stretch. He has given away just 22 runs and back 2 wickets here. So bowling to Irfan around the wicket on his run up, crossing the umpire here. A full length delivery here, straight to the fielder. Oh, there's a misfield. And that's gone for a boundary. Taken an outside edge towards the gully region. And that's a boundary. Welcome boundary for the batsman. And Irfan quickly moves on to 18 of 12 deliveries with 3 boundaries. I beg your pardon, 22 of 13 deliveries with 4 boundaries. Onto the leg side, a short ball. By the time fielder picks it up, they take a quick single. I would say that was a good running. They knew the fielder there. He was a bit slower, and yes, they take a single here. And with this single, 46 is on the board after 6.5 overs. A short delivery here, straight to the cover fielder. By the time picks it up, they take a single here. And with this, that's the end of over number 7. The score 47. And Inam Wazir has completed his 4 overs quota, giving away 28 runs, taking 2 crucial wickets. Ramakrishna bowling his next over. He has played 794 matches so far, taking a wicket 612. That's huge. Economy of 8.62 and his best figure of 6 for 24. Can he do the damage here? The initial damage has been done by the 2 opening bowlers, Parminder and Inam Wazir. Can Ramakrishna become the third danger for the team here? Ramakrishna coming over the wicket, right arm off break bowler. Onto his pads. That's the first delivery going down the leg here, and the umpire doesn't. He would give a wide signal here. A loopy delivery, inviting the batsman to play. The batsman played towards the long off, just a single here. So now we see 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle for both the batsmen. And there's a change in field for a left armer. You can see a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and long and covers. A fuller length loopy delivery played towards the offside. The fielder picks it up and throws it back. Just a single here. Again, leg side delivery. That's a loose delivery by the bowler here. A loopy, but on towards the leg side. Once again onto the leg side. The bowler changing the side now, coming around the wicket. A good ball played towards the third. Oh, that's a misfield by the fielder here, and that's a boundary coming from the bat of Anshul. The first boundary. That could be a costly misfield. The bowler inviting the batsman to play it hard. A loopy, fuller length delivery played towards the deep mid wicket area. Once again, a loopy delivery, just taking an outside edge, going towards the fine leg. No, it's a bye signal by the umpire. Beg your pardon, it's a bye. The batsman missed completely and it went straight towards the fine leg area. 7.4 overs, 57 for 3. Uh, Fuller length delivery there, almost a Yorker here. He wanted to play it above the fielders, over the covers, but misses it. And there's a single taken here. There's a slight misfield by the fielder. And the score 58 for 3. Once again played it on the onside. What a flick of a wrist here by Anshul. That's a second boundary coming off this over from the bat of Anshul. And that's a great over so far. Ramakrishna, 1 over 14 runs. Super Tech Cricket Club, 62 for 3. That's a good over coming up for end for Super Tech Cricket Club. And with this over, with 14 runs, their current run rate have moved up to 7.75 and the required run rate have come down to 8.75. Oh, swing and a miss here, straight to the keeper. The next bowler, Natraj Shetye to Irfan. The first ball went for a dot. Once again, a fuller length delivery played towards the cover region. The fielder picks it up and throws it back. Meanwhile, they take a single. And with this single, Irfan moves on to 26 of 18. And Anshul batting on 15 of 10. Changing the side for a right-hander coming over the wicket. A rare action with double rotation. Again, a fuller length delivery, almost a Yorker length goes, and the batsman takes a quick single. At this stage, singles definitely won't hurt. They would require a couple, at least a boundary every over and singles of each delivery, which would keep them in their required run rate. Oh, that's an edge now. Yes, it's a miss by the keeper. No, that's a bye given by the umpire. Missed by the keeper, went straight towards the fine leg fielder. So one more run added to the score in the form of a extra. Played it towards the long off area. The fielder running towards the ball. No. And the ball wins the race. That's the boundary. That's the third boundary coming up from the bat of Anshul. Anshul moving on quickly to 20 of 12 deliveries. That's a good partnership after the quick 3 wickets. 47 of just 26 deliveries. That is what was required by SuperTech Cricket Club. A full toss delivery played towards the long off area, the fielder coming underneath it, and there was a good fielding here. By the time they could throw it back to the bowler, 2 quick runs have been taken. With the end of this over, 9 overs, 71 for 3. Two good overs coming up for Team SuperTech. Last 2 overs have been great with 24 runs added. Now the new bowler Imran Sheikh, who did a fair bit of batting in the first inning. Right arm off break, slower in the air, giving a nice loop. Have to see what the umpire gives. It's a bye here. So missed by the batsman, missed by the keeper. And with this extra, the score moves on to 72. Next delivery, again a loopy delivery, trying to play it up. The fielder coming underneath it, and that's a drop catch here. It was an easy catch. It was under his head. He, it had come into his hand nicely, but unfortunately could not collect it cleanly. That's a drop catch. That's a chance given for Anshul. Once again, a loopy delivery. Want to play it on the onside, takes an leading edge, goes towards the long off area. The fielder picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. Meanwhile, they take a single. Good bowling so far by Imran. Unfortunate to not get a wicket in this over. Again, a loopy delivery onto his pads, played it onto the onside, and the ball wins the race here. He is very strong on his leg. Anshul, the 3 boundaries, the last 3 boundaries, and the same direction on the leg side, just flicking it and goes for a 4. With this boundary, the partnership 56 of just 31 deliveries. A great going by these 2 batsmen so far. A good thinking by the bowler here, getting a fielder on the leg side, manning the area where Anshul is strong at. Once again, a slower and a loopy delivery, and that's a wicket. That's a good thinking by the bowler. Did it get an inside edge? I guess so. He wanted to play it on the offside, takes an inside edge straight to the stumps, and that's the wicket number 4. Irfan gets the man. Good comeback by the bowler here. So end of 9.5 overs, 78 for 4. we are coming into the second innings, first half, where 9.5 overs have been bowled, 78 for 4. It is right now in a position where both the teams are 50-50, where current run rate of the second team, that is SuperTech Cricket Club, is 7.93 and required run rate of 8.75. And in a 2020 over game, this is not a big ask. As long as they have wickets, as long as they can rotate strike, as long as they can, plan accordingly to the field set. The bowling team started off well, but in the last 3-4 overs, they have given away some runs. But with this wicket, they would definitely fancy a chance here. They would want to restrict them not to make big score. And the last wicket after 56 runs of partnership, the partnership has been broken now by Imran Sheikh. The new batsman Ajil Suresh, who is playing his 18th match and 163 runs in his belt. So the last ball of the 10th over under progress. Imran Sheikh ready with his mark, crossing the umpire. Again a loopy delivery onto his leg, played it up, and that's a huge six. The first delivery faced by Ajil goes for a huge maximum. What a start for his inning. What a start for this match. 84 for 4 in 10 overs. Imran Sheikh ending his over with 12 runs and 1 wicket. It is both the teams' game now. 8.4 current run rate, 8.3 required run rate. Last 10 overs to go. Now the change of side. This side for the left-hander, it seems to be easier. The leg side boundary, a shorter boundary, and offside being a little bigger boundary here. Ramakrishna back into the attack. Last 2 overs, 26 runs and 1 wicket. Plays it on to the mid-wicket area, but there is a man guarding that. Picked it up and throws it back, so 1 run added to the score. Irfan batting at 28, facing 22 deliveries. Ajil Suresh has faced just 1 delivery and he has hit a maximum. A loopy onto his pads. The non-striker wanted a single but denied by the striker here. So though there's a dot delivery. A slow delivery onto the leg, played it well, up, the long on fielder coming underneath it. And that's a drop catch and goes for a boundary. It was high high in the air. The fielder had already come underneath the ball but could not grab it, and that's a boundary coming up for Ajil. So the three deliveries he has faced, 6 dot and a boundary. A loopy delivery once again onto the offside, placed towards the cover. The fielder, by the time he picks up, they take a single. But I think there is an injury here. I hope it's not major. Meanwhile, let me quickly take you through the score. 90 for 4 in 10.4 overs, going at a run rate of 8.44 and required 8.25. 77 run required and 56 deliveries. And what I am seeing here is the fielder walking off. I guess there is a bounce of ball which has hit his face. I hope it's not major. So we have a change of fielder. Now Irfan batting at 28 and Ajil batting on 11. Ajil playing a gem of an inning here, facing only 4 deliveries, 11 runs, 1 boundary, and 1 maximum. Last 2.4 overs, 32 runs have been scored. That's a wide. That will definitely hurt the bowling team. Any extra runs here? Once again, played it onto the leg side. The fielder, no. It sails over the head of the fielder on the square leg area, and that's a 6. That's a huge 6 here. With this 6, Irfan moves on to 34 of 23 deliveries. I must say, in last 2.5 overs, things have changed drastically. The score's 39 in 2.5 overs. Once again, a fuller length delivery played towards the offside, just a single. Last 3 overs, 40 runs have been scored by Team SuperTech Cricket Club. That's quite a bit of hitting. Team Sparklet Spartan need to do something here. Need to get their good bowlers. Need to restrict the team. The current run rate now have come down to only 7.67. 69 runs required in 54 deliveries. And now we are seeing Kadeem Rahman, a right arm medium pace bowler. Oh, full toss delivery. Need to see what the umpires have to give. Yes, it's a no ball over the waist height and played towards the gully region for a single here. That's the first free hit coming up for the inning and I believe for the match. This will definitely hurt Team Sparklet Spartan. With this run, the score 100 on the board in 11 overs. Full toss once again. Played straight to the fielder, but that's a free hit. The single here. There's an overthrow. The bowler could not pick it up cleanly. And that's 2 runs added to the score. That's a long boundary there. Ajil had to have some power to clear the boundary, but it goes straight to the fielder. but lucky for him, it's a free hit. A fuller length, straight shot, the long on fielder coming underneath it, picks it up and throws it back. Just a single here. Last 3.2 overs, 45 runs have been scored. A shorter line delivery down the leg side, wanted to play it up and above, misses it, and that's a wide given by the umpire. One more extra run added to the score. Oh, that's a good delivery. That's a Yorker line delivery. Oh, there's a chance of a run out. No, there was a chance of a run out. That's a quick running between the wicket. The non-striker end had already come half the pitch. There was, if it would have been a direct hit, there could have been a chance, but nonetheless, it's one more run added to the score. That's another extra here, wide on the offside. Slowly, the match is slipping away from the hands of Sparklet Spartan. Again, a full toss played towards the long on area. Couple of bounces, and the batsman takes a single here. What a shot! What a shot here! Just an takes an outside cut, late cut towards the gully area. That's gone for a boundary. The team on Nelson now 1-1-1 for 4 in 11.5 overs. Played it straight towards the long off area. Just a single here. So 1-1-2 for 4. This last 4 overs have been, in last 4 overs, the score, they have scored 54 runs. The equation stays at 55 runs required in 48 deliveries. And SuperTech has done well here. They came back strongly in bowling. Now they are coming back strongly in batting as well. The quick second partnership of 34 of just 14 deliveries between Ajil and Irfan. Irfan batting on 42 of just 28 deliveries. So Imran Sheikh comes back into attack. He has bowled 1 over. He had got a big breakthrough of Anshul. It would be interesting to see how he bowls this over. Oh, that's a quicker delivery from Imran Sheikh, but played straight towards the long off fielder. There's one run added to the score. That's uh, that's well played towards the leg side. It was kind of a shorter line delivery. Oh, by the time fielder picks it up, throws to the bowler, they take 2 runs. That's good running between the wicket here. And Ajil quickly moves on to 21. Oh, they wanted a run here. They straight to the fielder, but nicely said by the batsman. There wasn't a single. A good decision. There's sending back the non-striker. A loopy delivery. Played it towards the long on area. The fielder picks it up and throws it back. Just a single here. Playing very nicely. They do not want to take any risk here because the runs are under the check. 47 just required in 43 deliveries. Quicker delivery here, a little shorter, just opens the face of the bat, and played towards the third man area, just a single. Again, a loopy delivery here. That's a good stride by the batsman, but misses it completely. Goes straight to the keeper. And Ramakrishna, who is bowling his third over. Oh, played towards, just over the covers area. That's a boundary. No, that's a fielder coming up and picks it up and throws it back to the bowler. That's a long boundary here. So 2 more runs added to the score. Played it on to the leg side. And that's a huge six here towards the mid-wicket area. And with this six, Irfan gets his 50 in just 33 deliveries. What a batting here by the left-hander batsman. Classic, elegant, and to top it all, at this junction where 3 wickets were fallen at quick succession. Again on the leg side, played it. What a shot. That's a sweep here. Misfield by the fielder, and that's gone for a boundary. Now Irfan says, I want to finish it up as quickly as possible. And the partnership of 55 in just 24 deliveries. What a comeback by SuperTech Cricket Club with both ball and the bat here. A, a fuller length delivery here takes an outside edge. Yes, it's an outside edge. And straight goes to the third man. Fielder, just a single here. 135, 134 is the score. A loopy delivery, inviting the batsman to play it hard. Batsman plays towards the long off fielder. Just a single here. So Ramakrishna ends his third over. In third over, he has given 14 runs. So last 5-6 overs have been very expensive, going over 13 per over. Current run rate 9.64 and required run rate of 5.33. Need 32 in 36 deliveries. You can see all the action on AS Live YouTube channel. Experience the live moment. Ball by ball, you can have it. Imran Sheikh comes into attack. Slower, loopy onto the offside. The batsman giving himself some room, wanted to play towards the point, and Gully misses it completely. And the ball lands in keeper's hand. Again, a slow delivery onto the leg side. The batsman wanted to hit it up and over, but could not get the connection well. Just a single here. Imran Sheikh doing the right thing, not giving the pace. Wants the batsman to use all the power in his hand. Once again, a loopy delivery, a slower loopy delivery onto his pads, a fuller length. The batsman nudges it towards the short cover region, takes a single. Plays it up. That's the fielder coming underneath it. Will that be a catch? No, no. That's a misjudge. And by the time there is the 2 runs, we have to wait and watch. But the umpire has not given out. The batsmen have taken 2 runs. That's a costly miss here. The fielder was underneath the ball, was keeping an eye onto it. Unfortunately, could not grab it. And there's a third umpire signal here for a run out. There's a third umpire signal. Let's wait and watch. There's a throw coming in, and the batsman is already inside the crease. That's not out. So the batsman survives here, and with this, they have taken 2 runs. That's a good over so far by Imran Sheikh, giving away just 4 runs in this over. So Imran Sheikh ready for his 5th delivery. A quicker delivery here. A good thinking by the bowler. The batsman was totally unaware. Could not do much. Played it back towards the bowler. Just a single here. Just a dot delivery. A lower full toss played towards the long off area. The fielder underneath it picks it up and throws it back. That's a rare good over coming up now. It's just 5 runs in this over. But it is coming at the fag end of the match where the match is slowly slipping away from the hands of Sparklet Spartan. After the end of 15 overs, 140 for the loss of 4 wickets. And Team SuperTech Cricket Club requires just 27 in the last 5 overs. Natraj Shetty comes into attack, going down the track. The batsman Ajil Suresh takes on to the attack. He wants to finish the match as early as possible. Takes it straight over the long on fielder. That's a huge 6. So what a welcome for the bowler here, Natraj Shetty. That's a great shot by Ajil. Coming down the track, picking the ball well, hitting it straight over the bowler's head, and then the long on fielder's head as well. Once again giving a room and playing. That's a late cut. Oh wow, that's just above the point in gully fielder, and that's gone for a 4. So 2 boundaries coming of the first 2 deliveries, 1 6 and 1 boundary. Seems both the batsmen want to finish it as early as possible. Yes, just 17 more required in 28 deliveries. That's a wide. One more extra run. Again coming down the track, dancing, played it towards the long off area. That's a 6. What a shot by Ajil. Ajil moving on to 43 of just 20 deliveries. What a batting display shown by Ajil here. A current partnership of 79 of just 35 deliveries. These both have taken the team to the winning line. Once again down the track, play towards the mid-wicket area. The fielder coming underneath it. By the time he picks up and throws it back to the keeper, they take 2 runs. Good running between the wicket here. Just 8 runs required of 26 deliveries. And Ajil require 5 to complete his 50. Once again down the track, wants to play but misses it completely. No run there. Ajil wants to finish the match early as well as completes his 50 but misses the ball. He's still on 45. Once again coming down the track, plays straight to the fielder and 1 run added to the total. So he keeps the strike. He wants to do his 50. He wants to complete his 50. He wants to win for his team. He wants to score the winning run. This match, we have seen a great comeback by SuperTech Cricket Club in both bowling and batting. While bowling, they were conceding runs in the first 9 overs, but a good comeback in the later 11 overs. And while batting, they had lost 3 quick wickets, but then 2 big partnerships, one of 56 and the current one of 82. 4 overs, 7 runs required. And Parminder comes into attack. He has bowled 3 overs. He has done well for his team, giving away just 18 runs and 1 wicket. He came down the track, wanted to play towards the long off area, but gets a good cut and just a single here. So Parminder plays onto the leg side. A good batting by Irfan. He wants his partner Ajil to score his 50. He is already batting on 59, Irfan. He wants his other batsman to score 50. He comes down the track, wants to play but misses it. It's a wide delivery here. There's 1 extra run added. Team requires 4 runs. Ajil requires 3 runs. Will he complete with the boundary? Giving away himself a room. Wants to play. There is an appeal from the keeper. Denied by the umpire. Still, the equation remains the same. 4 for the team. 3 to Ajil. That's a good delivery here. No run. That's a dot delivery. Parminder living up to his expectation on his 4th over. Coming down the track, played it towards the offside, and that's a boundary, and that's a winning run. That's a 50 for Ajil. That's the SuperTech have won the match with 3.1 overs remaining with 6 wickets. That's a great win for SuperTech Cricket Club. A good comeback, I would say, with both ball and bat. And big congratulations to SuperTech Cricket Club and hard luck to Sparklet Spartans. Well played both teams, and the best team deserved a win here. And the man of the match, the player of the match for this was Ajil with 51 of just 27 delivery.